Hi again, I'm Teacher Paul. Welcome to a new series. Welcome to the Victory Team. This is our makeshift studio here in Vietnam, but we really are reaching to you wherever you are. I'm glad you joined us. I want to talk about something that affects us all. We're going to talk about rest for our soul. It seems so hard to find, to really get a good rest. I'm not talking about physical rest. I'm not talking about sleeping 8 hours or 10 hours. I'm not talking about relaxing along the beach with a drink in hand or whatever scene you have in your mind of resting. I want to talk about inner rest, peace, rest for your soul. If you will, we call it sofa time. You go into a psychiatrist. I don't personally, but maybe some of you do. You know the scene. You lay there on the psychiatry sofa and you tell them your problems, and they take notes, and then they prescribe something. But we're going to listen to your problems. In fact, I probably know your problems. They're probably the same problems that I have. Different names, but we're not going to prescribe a drug or a drink or anything funny. We're going to prescribe something that will give you rest. You'll have rest for your soul. Why can't I find any peace, doctor? Why can't I? We're going to find out. This is the beginning of a series, hopefully a short series, Finding Rest. And I want it to be as practical as it can be. Bartenders and psychiatrists and pastors and people like that, they hear other people's problems. If you're a bartender, and I hope you have some other profession, but bartenders are listeners. They listen to people complain, they listen to their problems, and then they prescribe some drink to keep you numb. Or if it's a doctor or a psychiatrist, it's some pill to, again, make you numb, to mask the feeling. We want to get past that. We obviously don't want to prescribe those things. We want to get to the core of the problem. We want to find not rest for your flesh, not an overnight or intermediate rest. We're not going to prescribe an exotic vacation under the tropical lights and sunshine, although that's certainly rest for your flesh. But you still have to come home and deal with the same problems when you're done with that. Let's try rest for your soul. We're going to be as practical as we can be. Jesus said this. If you want to take your Bibles, go to Matthew chapter 11. This is a very famous passage, I think. Not the most famous, but this is a famous passage. Jesus said this, "Come unto me." He didn't say come to me. He said come unto me. Come into my personal space. Don't just come toward me. Come to me personally. What an invitation. "All ye that labor and are heavy laden." I always thought that only pertained to, manual labor, people working in a coal mine or something, farmers. But we're going to see that applies to you too. And check out the rest of this verse. And Jesus says, "I will give you rest." What a claim. What a claim. This man, this Jesus, he's either the biggest liar and con man, or he is who he says. No man can say, "I will give you rest." Some man says, "I prescribe this," or "I give you that," or something, and I'll numb you. No, I'll give you rest. So, wow, this is going to be interesting. So we go back to, what did Jesus mean when he said, "All you that labor and are heavy laden"? Well, I can think of one passage. It's in keep your place here, we'll come back. But if you go to 1 Samuel chapter 22, verse 2, David is on the run And David's hiding from Saul. He's on the run. He didn't do anything wrong. He's actually a good guy, but he's got trouble. He always got trouble. And all the people that also have trouble, they come to David and they make David their captain. It says here in verse 22, chapter 22, verse 2, and everyone that was in distress, and everyone that was in debt, and everyone that was discontented. Boy, does that sound like your church? Does that sound like your neighborhood? Does it sound like your family? Wow. Distress, debt, discontentment. They gathered themselves unto him. Wow. All this emotional pain. These are the burdens that people carry. Who among us hasn't been wounded? Who among us doesn't have scars, some pain in the past or present, perhaps even future, some issue going on? Wow, heavy laden. You know, those things just, they wear you down. You just want to get away from them, get peace from them things. We all seek rest, but sometimes we search in vain. We may take up that vacation package, spend money, but you don't have to spend money for this rest. You may go to some exotic place or do some traveling or whatever you think is restful. Sometimes it's restful, sometimes it's more stress to travel. But that's just your flesh. You still have the problems that you can't run away from them. You can't drown your problem. You can't pill pop your problems away. You need rest for your soul. Let's examine what God said. Jesus is God. Jesus said this. Let's set aside the world's prescriptions and seek the Lord's way of peace and rest. Peace, brother, peace. Jesus said this, I will give you rest. We could all use some rest. It's a crazy life. This world is full, believe me, you know, it's full of lonely and hurting people. I want you to just change the subject, just a little tangent. I hope you subscribe, because I'm finishing this introduction and we're going on, but I want you to learn. So if you're in that case, if you're discontented and in debt and distressed, you're lonely, and you can't find peace, would you subscribe? Because in the next few weeks, we're going to get you out of it. We're going to show you how to get out of it. Jesus will keep his promise. He will give you rest. Now, quick, this is a word from our sponsor, but don't go away. We have good sponsors, but you'll have a homework assignment when the sponsor spot is over, okay?
Welcome from Western New York. We are Calvary Heights Baptist Church, and we're located in the town of Elma, just 20 minutes southeast of the city of Buffalo, and 40 minutes from the famous Niagara Falls. We'd love to have you visit us if you're ever in the area or relocating to the area. Here at Calvary Heights, you'll find a loving Christian community, conservative worship, and an emphasis on Bible teaching and preaching for all ages. In John chapter 10, Jesus said, I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. Jesus truly is the key to this life and especially to the next life. You can learn more about Jesus Christ and about our ministry by going to calvaryheightsbc.com.
Okay, hey, welcome back. We have good sponsors, and we try to keep the sponsor spot short, 30 seconds. Our films are not about the sponsor, it's about you. It's about you walking with God. And you can't get any more basic and more fundamental and practical than this text out of Matthew chapter 11. Here's your homework, and I hope you stay with us. I hope you do it. I want you to read, I want you to get a Bible. I want you to read Matthew chapter 11. Matthew's the first book in the New Testament. Read the 11th chapter from start to finish. There's only 30 verses. It won't take you that long. And I want you to just think about it. And I want you to note, as you read it, I want you to notice the emotions that are portrayed in this chapter. From John the Baptist to Jesus' response to the people's responses, these are emotions that are involved. These are people that are heavy laden. And I want to see, then you'll see at the end, it all comes together. The labor of life in this world. It makes sense. God bless you. I do hope you do your homework, and I hope to see you again, because this is good. This is going to profit you. Bye-bye.